What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very special boot for you today that I'm shocked isn't a Marvel collab. All right, fam, so getting straight into it, this is the Adidas X Speedflow Plus in the beautiful, what I would call the Ironman colorway, the black, gold, and red. These are absolutely stunning. I saw them online about 3 weeks ago now, and I can tell you, I was just like, I have to buy these right away because they are so good looking. Some people, it's a bit polarizing. I've heard some people don't like them. I think they're absolutely stunning. You guys know that I have rave reviews about this particular boot in general, regardless of the colorway. So I thought I would get these in, show you what the color looks like, and then revisit why this boot is one of the most impressive boots on the market right now still, and in my opinion is the best laceless boot that's ever been created. So we'll hop straight into the unboxing. In this box, you've got this really cool detail with the red/orange in this X logo, of course, on the top, and then you've got the black and white X logo there on the side, Adidas logo there on the bottom, the X logo again, and then these are the X Speedflow Plus in the firm ground variation, in the US 9, UK 8.5, and then the 42 2/3, which is the Euro size. So this is called Vivid Red, gold something, and black. I think that's the way they do these. So we'll hop straight into the unboxing. It is a plus variant, so of course you get this beautiful pull-out box, faster than whatever this number is right here. And I was told in the comments a couple weeks ago that that has to do with the speed of light, I believe. So it's faster than the speed of light, which is kind of cool. Speedflow. So we'll get these out. Ooh, and we can already see. So you get this string bag that comes with it, red with the gold accents. So we'll pop this box over to the side and get these out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know if this camera does these boots justice. These are some of, if not the coolest colorway of this boot. I think this colorway and then the colorway that has all white with the blue accents is also one of the coolest colorways of the, oh, and then the turquoise with the pink. I think that's really cool as well, or light blue and pink. But these are something special. There's something about a gold sole plate that really, really does a boot justice, especially with the black and God, that just looks unbelievable. Okay, so let's get these out of the string bag, and you don't get anything else other than this mesh string bag. Actually, we'll take this guy out as well. Okay, so there's that, and we'll throw this right there for you guys. Amazing. Okay, so this is what the boot looks like. They are absolutely stunning. I think the color combination of this and the way they've done, you know, instead of red here as on the Adidas logo, it's gold. Like they put all the accents exactly where they should be. I really, really like this gold texturing right there, or not texturing, but gold accents. And you've got this really cool kind of flow pattern that goes here with the gold on the red. You've got the duotone 3 stripes, so to speak, in black and gold, and then the gold logo on the back, and then the Adidas logo in gold right here with that speed of light right there. So as far as a Speedflow Plus goes, these are very standard. There's nothing crazy about them. They are the FG variation, which does mean you get the Carbotex insert in them with the insole. The firm ground variation includes mostly bladed studs with sort of the half chevron studs. And what I mean by that is I'll show you in the this camera. So you've got the bladed studs obviously here on this flat side. Then you've got a secondary side here where normally it'd be a full chevron, but instead it's lowered about maybe half a centimeter to a centimeter right here. So it's just a little bit of a divot. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. So they're not quite a full chevron stud, which actually I think gives you a little bit more pivot power and to me feel a little bit nicer on AG surfaces. I actually have been wearing the AG variant of this boot a ton on AG pitches. I really like it. I've got it in the blue, it's like a really light blue, similar to actually my brand color with the pink accents. I think it's one of the coolest colorways of this. That's probably my second, it's probably tied for first actually. That one and this one are my two favorite colorways of this boot so far. But that boot, the AG sole plate, is a really good sole plate and I love playing with that, but there is something special about getting the Carbitex insert because of how snappy it is and because of how responsive it is. So I really like that part of this sole plate. I just cannot get over how cool these look. Gold and red to me always is a really, really cool color combo, and black boots are fantastic. So the black accent, I think having the black just run almost like a racing stripe through the front of this looks really, really cool, which is just a great touch. So you do have a very similar sort of thing to the same design as any of the other X Speedflows that you've seen on the channel. It's a super, super soft knit material in the upper. You've got the speed cage on the inside, which I'll try to get, there you go. So you can kind of see that the cage accents right there with my finger behind it pointing. So that's that internal cage that gives you a little bit of structure, but also allows your foot to really break in the boot in a way that's super customizable. It's what they call a vacuum fit, meaning when you put your foot in, the rest of the boot really kind of suctions all the air out, so it really makes for a one-to-one feeling. I don't have any hot spots usually on these boots other than right on the outside at the very beginning of breaking these in, and then they're absolutely perfect. I do really, really love how these fit and feel on feet, which we'll get more to later in the video. On the bottom, of course, being a gold sole plate, you've got the sticker that reads the outsole coating on the bottom of this shoe will potentially wear off during play, but will not affect the performance of this product, which is kind of a given. It's a metallic gold sole plate. If you wear this on any surface, it's definitely going to not be as shiny, if you will, or the paint will just totally chip off and you'll have something like this color yellow, which is a little bit disappointing. But I think out of the box, how metallic these are, I'm sure you can see on camera. They are so cool. Just in hand, again, no different than any other X Speedflow Plus goes. There's been rumors of a Speed Portal, which is the next variant of this silo, I guess, and I'm really, really hoping they're as good as this boot, if not better. It's gonna be really tough for them. The only thing that I could think of that they could improve on is the internal heel liner. So if they were to do something with, I think the fit and shape of this boot is brilliant. I think if they were to do something to improve it, I'd say if you can get the lockdown in the heel to be even better with a laceless boot, I think they would create a very, very dangerous product. Basically, what I mean by that is something that's so unattainable for other brands to catch up to. I think they're, at that point, other than maybe the Puma Ultra, it basically makes the Vapor irrelevant. Like when this has a carbon fiber outsole in sole plate, it's got a laceless construction, it's got good heel lockdown, which in my experience, the heel lockdown is actually pretty good for a laceless model. That being said, I think they could improve it. I get a little bit of slippage, not enough to get any blisters or anything, but I do feel it every once in a while. And of course, it's a laceless boot, so you don't have customizability in the sense that you can pull the laces tight and make it tighter if you need to in certain areas. If they were to create a boot like that that had the best heel lockdown for a laceless boot, the laceless construction, so you've got totally seamless surfaces for touching the ball on any side of your foot, and then of course the Carbitex insert, which I think they will be continuing with, Adidas would essentially create the ultimate boot that no one could compare with. Some of the heel lockdown stuff does obviously have to do with the general shape of the boot versus what your actual heel has to do and what shape your heel is, so that's something to consider. Some people are gonna really struggle with the laceless construction and heel lockdown. For me, it's not too much of a problem, and I also do know people who love these boots and who have zero heel slippage at all in these boots, which is super impressive for a laceless model. Needless to say, the speed frame outsole with the Carbitex insert, the prime knit upper with the cage on the inside, and how light these boots are, this creates one of the most unique feeling experiences on the market. You guys know I love these boots. I have several pairs of them that I've been wearing for a long time. The first pair being that, what would you call them? Almost a Black Panther looking color with the black and the purple. And then I've got the black with the red, white, and blue, and then, which I actually haven't worn. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell those or not, but I have been wearing those light blue with the pink accents a ton because I love how they feel on an AG pitch. And of course, these on a natural grass pitch would feel probably pretty spectacular. So I have yet to try them on a really proper grass pitch. There's a lot of grass pitches around here where I live in Michigan currently that are okay. They're not great, so I don't get really a sense of what it would feel like to be on a really good grass pitch. But I assume these would be pretty spectacular, and having the Carbitex insert would be fantastic. So these ones retail for right around $250 to $275 US dollars, depending on what website you get them from. Sometimes you can get discounts on the older models. Unisport sometimes has them for cheaper. Unisport also carries all of the different colors, so that's usually where I go. ProDirect also is good. Soccer.com is kind of hit or miss depending on what shoes, like what colorways. Usually the European vendors get them first and then the US dealers do, so I tend to try and get them from the European dealers. So, and they ship worldwide, so if you do those, the ProDirect and the Unisports are usually the way that I would go to actually purchase a pair of these, but you're looking at the $250 to $275, a little expensive, but for what you're getting in a pair of boots like this, I think it's worth the price. Could they make them retail for $250? Yeah, probably, and I think people would be super happy with that. The extra 25 bucks, almost just south of $300, gets a little bit pricey for sure, especially once you get into made in Japan Mizuno, Morelia, Neo 3 Beta type territory, and those boots, as far as the build quality goes, are probably going to be better and last you a lot longer, but as far as design and unique feeling, this is the way to go. I mean, for a laceless boot, there's not, and as far as right now, right, with this current new silo, the only other laceless boot that even comes close to this is the old generation of Predator, and even that is not that good. So there's nothing else. The Lotto, which I reviewed recently, the current Predator Edge, that's also the Plus variant, that's also laceless, neither of those comes even close to what this offers. And so I think that's why this boot is in a complete league of its own. If you're going to compare it to a Vapor or a Puma Ultra or something, you kind of have to compare the laced version just because it is a little bit more comparable as far as price, and it's not a laceless boot. But as far as speed boots go, these are the king right now, in my opinion. They're the best value, or not the best value for sure because they're more expensive, but they're definitely the most unique experience, and they're absolutely stunning, especially in this Ironman colorway, which I think is super cool. Yeah, let's get into the on-feet portion of the video so you guys can see what they look like with some socks on, and of course what the sizing is like, what it feels like on feet, and we'll get a sense of maybe up close what a broken-in pair looks like versus what a new pair looks like on my feet. I tend to have I do have wider feet, so you'll get a sense of what that looks like as well. Let's hop into it. All right, fam, so I have in my hands the X Speedflow Pluses in this beautiful Ironman colorway. I do have my Zypher socks on, so if you guys are interested in 10% off of anything Zypher, I've got this entire outfit is actually Zypher, which is pretty sick. I love these shorts and this shirt. I wear these all the time, and they're awesome, but their grip socks are insane. So there's a look at a new pair of their grip socks. Super awesome stuff. Okay, so 10% off, link down in the description box below. So I'm wearing the non-grip variant for the boot reviews. You guys know they're much easier to slip on and off, and it gives you a really good sort of feeling of what it would feel like without grip. And then anything that you add with any type of grip sock that you want, it just will add extra something to those boots. So we have this beautiful Ironman colorway. We're gonna get these on right now. As you can see, these are so stunning. And for the most part, the X Speedflow Pluses really do a good job of sliding right on. There you go. And right away, vacuum seal fit. There is no weird spots on them. They look spectacular. Let's get the other ones on as well. There you go. A little bit tough to get on at first, but once you break them in, they are awesome. So that's what they look like. Ooh, gotta get these lights on, man. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Much better. Okay, so there's what they look like on feet with a pair of white socks. Obviously, you can put whatever color socks you want with them. I'm sure they would look good with red or black or even yellow, but that's what they look like on feet. And as far as the Speedflow feels, just in general, the Speedflow are a really incredible fitting pair of football boots. There's no weird spaces. I get a little bit of hot spot right on the outside of my foot, but that's just part of the break-in period. These are a normal size 9 US, and as you can see, my toe comes right up to the end, which I love. The knuckle of my big toe is right there, which is perfect, right where that middle stud is, and these fit just incredibly well. Even when I do that test where I go sideways, there's really only a little bit of space right there on my ankle, which for a laceless pair of boots is really not that big of a deal, to be honest. But God, these look so good on feet. I think these are so unique, so beautiful looking, and they really do fit super well. So something to consider when looking at a pair of football boots like this that are laceless is you really want to get the tightest fitting boots you possibly can without crushing your feet or without hurting your feet. So I would definitely go for length first and then figure out if these are the right width for you. So for me, a size 9 US fits my length, my toe to heel perfectly in the length. And then I have to think about, okay, are they wide enough? Because sometimes laceless boots like this only stretch a certain amount. So in certain cases, I might not be able to wear them. With the previous generation of these that was more of a plasticky feel, I was actually not able to wear those full time because they didn't really fit my foot really well, and I didn't like how there was like a plastic liner on that top of the ankle. It just didn't fit my foot that well. So with these though, these are an incredible fitting pair of football boots. I love the way these feel. They are super one-to-one with your feet, and they do a great job at really wrapping your foot in all the nooks and crannies that you have that make your feet unique. So as you can see from some of the closer up images, they really do a good job at being soft, right? I can wiggle my toes a little bit, and I can have a little bit of movement in the forefoot area, but they also stretch to where my foot is the widest on the outside. And compared to most other laceless boots, at least the ones that are on the market now, these do the best job at creating the thinnest upper with the most malleable type feeling you're gonna get, because in an hour or two of wear time, these are gonna fit absolutely perfect on my foot, and they'll have no issues getting any softer, and they won't overstretch as far as my testing has gone. They really do fit your foot super, super snug, and they're pretty suitable for most foot types, I would argue. I think if your feet are super, super wide, even wider than mine are, I definitely probably would recommend something different. You might actually look at the Predator Edge Plus, just because that silo is definitely starting at a much wider stance than these will. But again, these are awesome. They are so, so cool. And I really do love the way these fit and feel on feet. So that's kind of what they look like in person. First things on feet, I love how they look. They fit exactly the same as every other Speedflow Plus does. They're the same. They just have a different, this is just an updated colorway, new colorway, and I think the color is absolutely stunning. So we're gonna get these out on pitch, and if I remember, I will bring the AG model as well to kind of discuss the differences between the two sole plates, as well as give you an idea of what a broken in pair looks like. They'll probably not look that much different on feet up close. You might not even be able to tell the differences between the two, but you'll definitely be able to look at the different sole plates and how my foot looks different on the turf in those two. So these ones are it has much more of a curve up. It kind of forces you to be up on your toes because of that Carbotex insert. But with sort of the regular AG Soleplate, it's much flatter, it's much more, it grips the ground a little bit better on AG pitches, so that'll give you a good idea there. But again, one last look at these absolute stunners. These are gonna be really, really beautiful for some people. Some people might not find these nice looking at all. I think these are one of the coolest looking colorways. As soon as I saw them, as I said before, when I saw them online for the first time, I knew that I had to get these pair because I think these are absolutely incredible looking, and I'm so excited to actually have these on feet right now. Let's hop into the on-field portion of the video where I get a ball going and get some dribbling and talk about what it feels like on the turf. All right, what's going on, fam? So I've got the Ironman colorway here in this beautiful red, gold, and black. And then I've also got a broken in pair of the kind of crazy, like this color. So they're black with like a blue purple that I've been wearing for a long time. So these are fully broken in. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to look at kind of what the differences are between the two boots and to get a sense of, you know, hey, what does it look like when they're actually fully broken in? Does it make a difference? Is there any hot spots that you get in both shoes that you can't quite get rid of with the broken in boots? So we'll go right foot in this black colorway, and then we'll go left foot in the brand new one. So again, wearing a non-grip sock version, and there we go. So slides right in. Again, beautiful, beautiful feeling football boots. And then these ones are just about as easy to slide on, if not easier, because they are fully broken in now. And that's what they look like. So from here, from where you guys are in the camera, there's probably not a lot that you're gonna see differently, just because like you're not gonna obviously notice any differences in what the shoe looks like. The left one, the one that's not broken in yet, is actually quite a bit tighter right now, but the ones on my right foot that are already broken in, these are beautiful. They're loose enough that my foot slides right in. I can wear them without any issues with break-in or anything like that, and they are just a fantastic pair of football boots. So let's get a ball really quick, and to kind of get an idea of what they feel like. I mean, they feel exactly the same. They're the same boot, just a different color, but the X Speedflow gives you such a one-to-one sensation on the ball. They're super razor thin, gives you such a true touch on the ball as if you're playing barefoot. And of course, that Carbitex insert really gives you a good foundation from which to really cut and get a good explosive movement moving forward. So that's something to keep in mind. If you are interested in a pair of Speedflows, would definitely recommend them. They'll fit most foot types, and they really do give you that one-to-one barefoot sensation on feet. Shooting the ball feels like you're shooting barefoot. If you're like me, you grew up playing barefoot on the grass, especially out at our, you know, in my backyard, in my front yard, and then in the street with, you know, basically just tennis shoes on. And so it really gives you that same barefoot-like sensation when you pass and shoot the ball. They are really fantastic. I love wearing the X Speedflow. I've worn them in several training sessions, and then of course in a couple games as well. So they're an awesome pair of football boots, and what a cool color to have in this beautiful Michigan sun. The gold really shows its colors in the sunshine, and it feels absolutely amazing to have a pair that look so good like this on feet. So that's it for my review of the X Speedflow Plus. Obviously not as in-depth maybe as some of the other reviews that I've done. Go check out the other reviews that I've done for a little more technical information. I do think though that these are one, if not the coolest looking football boots right now on the market that you can get brand new. And if you are interested in a pair, definitely go check out the few websites that I mentioned before, Unisport, ProDirectSoccer.com, and then sometimes you can get them from Instagram resellers who will probably end up having these in the next month or so. So go check those out. That's it for the video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, guys, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.